Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Blue Jay Acres. My name is Noelle. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we are going to do a full day of what we're eating on a budget. I actually filmed this for you guys the other day, and I didn't put my face in because we were so busy out here on the farm doing all kinds of stuff. So I'm popping in to say hello, and I'll pop in to say goodbye. So here's what we ate. All right, so today I'm going to show you with me and Charles. Everybody else will make their own. Today for breakfast we are having super simple. I've got our Greek yogurt. This is just plain unsweetened Greek yogurt. And I'm just putting a good little dollop in. And the others will come get theirs. Pretty much that container of yogurt will be gone. And then in our fruit tray that we had gotten in our shopping haul, I'm going to use some of the the blueberries and the strawberries from in here. I'm going to throw those on. And then some of the strawberries are starting to look a little bit rough. Let's kind of break them up into pieces. Or just get a knife. I've been doing dishes since we had a get together yesterday. I had so many dishes this morning. And I don't want to dirty any dishes that I don't have to today. But we do need to make some bread here after breakfast because we have some leftover hot dogs from the party that I needed to use up. So we're going to do that with some homemade buns for lunch. So we need to make buns. Okay, that's good. Then I'm just going to add some honey in here. Our honey's getting, it's getting pretty thick. I'll have to start heating it up. Downside to buying honey in great big containers, and I probably won't do that anymore, I'll probably buy it in smaller ones, is it gets very thick and gritty because it's just been open for so long. Takes a little bit of time to get through it. So just stirring that up. This one as well. That honey in there. You can just heat the honey up though when it gets crystallized and thick like this. I didn't, but you can. I'm going to top that with a little bit of granola. And we're going to have a little bit of our fresh squeezed cold pressed orange juice that we got, remember, on our clearance deal, which was a great deal. We're going to have a small glass of that. And that's it. That's breakfast. All right, give your yogurt bowl a try and then your orange juice.
Alright, well, let me mix it up.
You can see the dirty pan behind him I got soaking. I'm still trying to get caught up on dishes, and it's so 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
It might not be sweet enough for you. Let me know if you need more sweetener.
No, it's good.
Alright. And there's his orange juice.
Creamy, crunchy.
Yep. Like a yogurt parfait, just unparfaited.
In a bowl.
Alright, we're going to go eat breakfast. Alright, so now I'm going to start the buns for lunchtime. I've got 1 cup of warm milk. It's just warm, not hot. I'm going to add a good spoon of honey here to that. About a tablespoon, maybe a little bit more. You could also just use sugar. You don't have to use honey. Then I'm going to do about a half a tablespoon of yeast. And give this a quick little stir. Then I'm gonna let this sit and bloom for about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, next I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of melted butter, or you could use oil, 1 egg, about 3/4 teaspoon of salt, and then we're going to add flour. I'm going to start with about 2.5 cups. And just get that mixed in. I think 2.5 will be just fine. So I'm gonna go on and let this knead for about 5 minutes. If it starts to stick on the bottom like that, just add a tiny bit more, just a tiny bit. You don't need much, and that'll pull it off. Okay, so now this is ready to go. I'm just going to cover this and just kind of pull it away from the sides a little bit. Let this rise until it's double in size for about 1 or 2 hours. And that's it. Okay, so now I'm gonna punch down my dough here. And then I have a baking sheet here. I line mine with foil for easy cleanup. And I'm gonna give it a quick spray with some nonstick spray. And then to make hot dog buns, I just pinch some off and I roll them. It's like a cylinder. And then I just push it and flatten it down a little bit. Now, I'm sure there are ways to make them look absolutely perfect. Mine are never absolutely perfect. They look homemade, but I'm completely fine with that. So I'll just do that with all of this, and then we're going to cover and let it rise again. The second rise usually only takes about a ½ hour, and then we put it in the oven and bake it. All right, then I'm just gonna cover this, and I need to get a second one of these. I'm gonna cover it and let it rise for about a ½ hour. All right, while that's going, I'm gonna make up some sweet tea. So I've just got some water in here to boil, and I'm gonna go on and add a cup of sugar to that. And turn this on high. And this will make our simple syrup, and then we'll soak our tea bags in it. All right, then I'm just gonna remove this from the heat. I like to add 6 tea bags. They're just plain black tea bags. And Alexa, start a timer for 6 minutes.
6 minutes, starting now.
And then I like to steep it for 6 minutes. Also, if you take a pinch of baking soda and add it to your water, your sugar water, it will help cut some of the bitterness from the tea. So just added just a little pinch of it. Likes to stop. Okay, so then I'm just going to go in and pull these tea bags out real quick. And then I add a cup of ice, a bunch of ice, this big cup full. so that I can cool it off and put it in my pitcher. Good. Let that sit for just a few minutes. Alright, then I'm just going to pour it in my pitcher. And if you have lemon juice, want to have lemons or lemon juice, that's wonderful in here too. I got that almost perfect. Add just a little bit more water to top it off. There we go. And give it a little taste, make sure it's not needing more sugar or anything like that. That tastes perfect. Alright, so now these should be good. And I'm going to bake it at 350. These will puff up a little bit more too in the oven. I'm going to just brush it with a little bit of egg mixed with water. Just a quick little egg wash. If you wanted to do hamburger buns, you would just make them round and make hamburger buns. Same recipe. If you don't have eggs, you could use some butter, a little bit of oil, or even just some milk on the top to give it a wash. That'll just help brown it up, make it pretty. And then, I know this isn't usually on hamburger or hot dog buns, but my kids want sesame seeds on everything. So, sesame seeds to the top. Definitely on hamburger buns I do. But again, they love it. They say it's their favorite topping of everything. So I'm going to pop this in the oven. And this will be done in about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so here I am going to do these stuffed dogs, cheese dogs. That's what we got left. Not everybody's here. Kate and Asher at work, and Luke and Theo will need a hot dog, so they're doing peanut butter sandwiches. So just putting them in the air fryer. If we're not grilling them, the air fryer is my favorite way to do hot dogs. They just take about 10 minutes in the air fryer and they're done. So it works out lovely. Okay, you guys, so just do 5 minutes. That's all I did. Luckily, I checked them and they were done super fast. Okay, and then here are the buns. I'm going to let them cool for just a minute. I'll cut them and we'll put together our hot dogs. Alright, so I was just going to show you how awesome the buns turn out. They are just perfect. Just so soft, so yummy. Pop a hot dog in, and then Charles likes ketchup on his. Sorry, they're watching Simpsons in the other room. And then we're gonna have this one. We already ate the other one, so we're gonna set this one out with lunch today. So Charles is gonna taste test this for you. All right, you ready to try it?
I am. That turned out really good.
Good. Last night I got them a little overdone. We had the hot dogs and brats and all that, and I made buns. I got them a hair bit overdone. These should be good and soft.
They're very good.
You just got to keep a good eye on them, get them when they're just turning brown on the top, and then they're pretty perfect.
Pretty perfect.
All right, we're gonna go eat lunch. All right, so for the dessert, we have cherry pie filling, and then I also had some puff pastry that I had in my freezer that I've just let defrost. So we are gonna make cherry turnovers, super simple. Scooch this back so you guys can see. I am trying to clean out my freezer. Not clean them out, but use up some of what we have. Just because I don't want anything to get so old that we have to throw it out, because that's wasteful and that's not about saving money. So that is why I'm trying to use stuff up. But yet still shopping, because again, I don't feel like this is the day or times to be trying to get your pantries empty. Alright, so all I did here was I just cut it into sections, down the middle, and then into little sections. Then I'm going to take a scoop of cherry pie filling, plop it in the middle. Try not to over plop it. Overstuff them. Then I'll just save this and maybe make like a little cherry crumble or something like that later. And then I just kind of push them like this, making a little triangle. Then I just take a fork and go around the edges. Now you can make puff pastry from scratch. I have before. Again, I'm just using what I have already in my freezer. And I'm just going to do that with each of them. I just kind of pull it and stretch it to make the little triangle. Bake at 350. If you overstuff, you're just going to have all your stuff leak out. And then your edges won't seal very good. And then of course, because it's puff pastry, this will get all big and beautiful looking. I've got the puff pastry to do a fast, easy, like Mother's Day brunch that even dads could do kind of thing, and I just didn't make that video. So that's why I had this stuff already in my house. Because this is so easy. Anybody can do it. And you can use any pie filling you want to make your turnover however you want it to be. And the other thing I like to do is just put a couple holes in the top, just so everything doesn't bust out. And I'll need to get another baking stone for the others, and that's what it looks like so far. That's going into 350-degree oven till they're golden brown. Alright, then the remaining cherry pie filling, I thought I'd just go on and show you. I've got this little Pyrex dish here. I just throw that in the bottom. And then I just have a little bit of melted butter here. I don't really measure it. It's probably a couple tablespoons. I'm gonna add a little bit of old-fashioned oats and a little bit of brown sugar. That was quite a bit actually, but that's all right. And a pinch of salt. And just kind of stir this up. To make just this little crumbly top. That's probably about a half a cup of oats, but I just have a little bit left. It just depends on how much you use, what you have left. But now I'll throw this in the oven with the other stuff. So here is what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. We're gonna let it cool and we'll make a quick little icing to put on top. All right, so I was gonna make a very basic, just powdered sugar frosting to go on top, but I forgot I have this that I gotten again for a Mother's Day video that I ended up not making. So I'm gonna go on and use that up. So all I'm gonna do for that is just give it a quick little stir. We haven't had icing in a jar in forever. I'm gonna add some to this little snack size baggie I got. A little bit more. Squished on down in there. And then I'm just going to clip off the tiniest little bit at the bottom and just put some of the icing on top. These are still a little bit warm, so it's probably going to get melty. That's all right. There you have it. I'm gonna get Charles to taste some for you. No. You can see it's getting a little bit melty. This is gonna be so good and gooey. I'll have to get him a paper towel. All right, here he is. I haven't made these in forever, and like I said, they're one of his favorites. I got your paper towel ready.
And I am a sucker for these.
It's one of his favorites.
Oh, that was really good. But as
Still
I get
hot.
into the filling,
Still hot.
it's lava. Oh my god, that is so good.
Yay. All right, you can try the cherry crisp as soon as that's done.
Okay.
And here is the crumble. That's gotta cool and I'll have him try it. All right, Charles is gonna try the cherry crisp for you. I tried it, I thought it was very good.
Mm-hmm. That's very good. I could see this put on top of some yogurt.
Oh,
Like a Greek yogurt.
put some yogurt with it, yeah.
Or for me,
Or
maybe
ice
some
cream.
vanilla ice
Oh,
cream.
I knew that was coming.
That's very good. I will say your turnovers are better.
See, I like that better. But I'm not like an overly sweet right now too, and the turnovers I feel like are way sweeter.
Both are exceptional. I'm just a turnover kind of guy.
Yeah, you are. All right, what's left is dinner.
Very good.
All right, so for dinner, I've got this loaf of bread I pulled out of the freezer. I got ground beef defrosting. We're gonna use this Mexican street corn salad kit. I have an au jus gravy packet. I have some onion soup recipe, soup mix, and then over here I have rice going in the rice cooker. Alright, so this street corn salad, I have never made that before. I'm excited to try it. I've never even had street corn. That's something I need to try. So it looks like it comes with some dried corn and other like spices. Spicy stuff mixed in. It has some Parmesan cheese. And then this dressing. I have no idea what the dressing is. So we're gonna give it a try. Just toss it. Okay, I'm gonna give it a little try, get some corn and everything in there. I think that's pretty good. So I'm gonna set that aside. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna brown our ground beef. Basically, I'm making like a lazy Salisbury steak kind of tasting thing. So I'm going to add to this, while I'm going to brown it, a package of this onion soup mix. And I'm just going to brown that in here with it. Alright, I'm going to also add a little bit of salt to this. This comes together really, really fast. Alright, then I'm going to take the gravy packet. If you just have brown gravy, you could use that. A brown gravy mix. I just have the au jus is what I have. That. Then we're going to add a little bit of water though to turn this more into like a gravy. Or if you don't want to use water, you could use beef broth. This would also be great as a hamburger helper, and you could leave it just like this instead of making it gravy and put it over some egg noodles. Be like a Salisbury steak hamburger helper. Could also always add some carrots and peas and make it like a fast shepherd's pie. Top it with some mashed potatoes, pop it in the oven to brown on top. Some cheese. Lots of things you can do with this base. We're just leaving it super simple tonight. Add a little bit more water. Optional, but I'm also going to add a little bit of the Worcestershire sauce. And that's it. This comes together really, really fast. I'm just going to let this thicken up a little bit. And dinner is done. Super fast and easy. Great for a busy weeknight. Alright, so here's a look at dinner, and I'll have Charles taste test for you guys in just a second. Alright, Charles is going to give it a try.
Should try the salad first.
I thought the salad was really good. Ignore the Windex in the background.
It's all very good.
A thumbs up from Brooke. What do you think of the salad?
It's different. It's good.
Called street corn, so it's got little bits of corn in it.
I saw that. And you know my corn's my favorite green vegetable.
I know it is, so it mixed with salad should be good.
Oh, that's really good too.
Yeah. I told him that would also be good as a hamburger helper with like pasta, with noodles, like egg noodles.
I like it with rice.
Either way though, I mean if they're not rice fans, I think the egg noodles would be really good and taste like hamburger helper.
If you don't have rice on hand.
Yeah, whatever you got. Or over mashed potatoes.
I think you could probably just sit there and film me eating this whole thing because I'm going to nail it right now.
No, we're going to cut out and go eat dinner. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye everybody, have a great day or night, wherever you are.